Hey guys, Speed here, doing a bit of a different type of video today, trying something new out. So today I'm going to show you how I usually go about making my remixes and all that cool stuff. But instead of just putting the remix out and doing like a little visualizer, I thought I'm going to show you how I make one of my remixes. And today we're going to be making something Undertale related. Today we're going to be remixing Fever Pitch from Undertale Yellow. I know there's a couple of other tracks I could have picked from this fan game, but to be honest, ever since the demo, that track has just kind of stuck out to me. So I figured, why not? Let's go for it. So, using a little bit of internet magic, I plop the OG track into the playlist here, and I usually take some time to transcribe the track as best I can. It's not gonna be perfect, but I'll try to get it good enough. Then we'll add some extra flourishes here and there, and we'll see what else we can add as we're working on it. That's the fun part. Right now, just gonna move this back so that way there's no awkward little pause here. We're gonna try to find the BPM for this. Usually I just mess around with the tempo up here and try to line up the waveform as best I can. With certain tracks it's not gonna be perfect, especially with live recorded songs, but usually I'm able to get it to be about where it's supposed to be. So now we just gotta try to transcribe stuff. So for now, we're not gonna really worry about instrumentation, we're just gonna worry about getting the notes as close as we can. So here, we're gonna start with breaking down the intro of the song. We have an electric piano, a square wave playing a similar melody, a simple bass line, and a drum build-up before we move on to the more intense part of the song. So, we're just gonna recreate both the piano melody and the square melody using FL keys and a 3x oscillator as some placeholders. Getting that done, it'll sound like this. The rest of the track's recreation uses the same simple melody of breaking down each different component of a section and putting it back together. Now, I will say that my process tends to be a little different depending on the track I'm working on. Sometimes I'll break away from transcribing stuff to add extra things if I get any ideas while I'm working on a specific part. Other times I'll break away from transcribing certain portions if I'm having trouble with that specific section. But I can usually use that as an excuse to get creative. It's for the better, I think. I want the remix to be accurate to the original song, but if it's too accurate, I guess it'd be less of a remix and more of an arrangement. Which I guess is what this specific project would turn out to be in the end, but that's okay. So, aside from the harpsichord solo at the end, which I'll play for you now, we had the whole thing transcribed, but there was something odd. For starters, the song felt a little weak to me, not as full as I'd like it to be. Also, while it's probably not super noticeable in the recordings, I kept hearing a weird clicking noise coming from some of the Soundfonts, which I think was because I was using a third-party Soundfont player. You see, FL Studio, or at least FL Studio 12, has a built-in Soundfont player. It's what I would use for my projects a few years ago. However, the Soundfont player doesn't work with the 64-bit version of FL, which is what I usually use nowadays. So, in order to fix this, we just gotta switch versions. And so, the versions were switched. And the clicking was gone. I also noticed the instruments were a bit louder now, so kinda had to adjust the volume there, but hey, it's cool. So with that done, we can finally move to the harpsichord solo. I thought it'd be pretty cool to do something else here, so I decided to do the Ruins melody. I mean, this is a Ruins boss fight after all, so I think it makes sense. But just doing it like this in its original time signature, which is 3/4, is a little strange considering that this song's in 4/4. So, just gotta adjust it to fit the time signature better. We're also gonna move the time into some notes to make it sound a bit funkier. And there. Yeah, seems like it clashed with the fever pitch melody right there. So let's change that. We're gonna have the square wave go with the Ruins melody, but shift the pitch up and have it come in later. There, I think that fits a bit better. With that, I added a bit of extra reverb to the electric piano because I felt it was closer to the original track. I also adjusted the mix here and there we go. Track should be finished. Let's hear what we got. Hey, welcome to the end. Did you guys like it? Hopefully. Trying to load something different for your content, so let me know what you guys think. Leave a like if you liked it, or don't. And see you guys next time. Bye bye.